the propaganda technique called hypnotic bait and switch. What hypnotic bait and switch is where there are several points of truthful information given in rapid succession which tricks the critical center of the conscious mind into accepting more information as truthful, allowing it into the subconscious part of the mind even when it may not necessarily be truthful at all. Notice the following paragraph. The American nation is at war. The economy is hurting badly. Many Americans are unemployed. Change is desperately needed. John Doe is your man. Vote John Doe for president. Well, what happened here? Well, there were several points of truthful information. The nation is at war. The economy is hurting badly. Many Americans are unemployed, and change is desperately needed. But is John Doe necessarily your man? Well, that's a hypothetical statement, but that's how hypnotic bait and switch works. Several points of truthful information are given, allowing your conscious mind to relax, and then allowing a hypothetical statement such as this into your subconscious mind, which easily then is also accepted as truth for many people. Here's another example. Let's first read Matthew chapter 13, verses 47 through 50. And Jesus is speaking there. Notice what he says. He gives the illustration of the dragnet. There it says, "Again, the kingdom of the heavens is like a dragnet let down into the sea and gathering up fish of every kind. When it got full, they hauled it up onto the beach, and sitting down, they collected the fine ones into vessels, but the unsuitable they threw away. That is how it will be in the conclusion of the system of things. The angels will go out and separate the wicked from among the righteous, and will cast them into a fiery furnace." Do you have that clear? The angels will do the separating of the righteous from the unrighteous. But notice what the unknown, hidden, discreet author of the July 15, 2008 Watchtower Magazine Study Edition article has to say under the subheading Dragnet. Literally millions of symbolic fish from the sea of humanity have been attracted to Jehovah's congregation in modern times. Some attend the memorial, others come to our meetings, and still others are happy to study the Bible. But do all these prove to be genuine Christians? They may be hauled up onto the beach, but Jesus tells us that only the fine ones are gathered into vessels which represent Christian congregations. So did you notice that the author gives several points that really can't be refuted? The literal millions of symbolic fish are attracted to what Jehovah's Witnesses call God's congregation in modern times. Well, that statement is relatively true, just like fish are attracted to fishing lures. Some attend the memorial, others come to our meetings, and still others are happy to study the Bible. Well, that too is also true. Jesus did mention fish in his illustration, and many do go to this group of people to do these things. But then notice the next point. But do all these prove to be genuine Christians? Well, we'd all agree that no. Some are pedophiles. Some may be even crack addicts or something else. Maybe not as severe as a pedophile or a crack addict. So we can agree with that statement too. All truthful information. But then the unknown, discreet author goes on and says, they may be hauled up onto the beach, but Jesus tells us, well, wait a minute. Why would the author say Jesus tells us? Jesus told us 2,000 years ago that there would be fine ones that are gathered into vessels, or we could say fine ones that would be gathered into vessels. So why would the author do this? Well, to set up for the switch, which represent Christian congregations. See, there's the switch. If you speak of Jesus in the present tense, that opens up your mind to accept that Jesus must be saying this too. Jesus tells us that only the fine ones are gathered into vessels which represent Christian congregations. Jesus didn't say that. Go back and read Matthew 13:49. That is how it will be in the conclusion of the system of things. The angels will go out and separate the wicked from among the righteous. Are these hidden, unknown, secret, hush-hush, discreet authors that work for the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society angels? I don't think so. This has been a demonstration of the propaganda technique called hypnotic bait and switch.